There's a quiet kind of pain that sneaks up on people, not from what they did, but from what they waited too long to do. You'll recognize it in the eyes of someone who spent years holding on to someday. A dream never followed, a word never spoken, a life half-lived, waiting for the stars to align. But here's the truth most won't say out loud. The right time is a myth, a polished excuse wrapped in fear. It doesn't knock. It doesn't send a sign. It doesn't arrive with permission. If you wait for the perfect moment, you'll spend your whole life standing still. We wait because we want certainty. We want guarantees. But life doesn't deal in certainties. It deals in movement, in risk, in presence. People build entire lives around delay, thinking they're being wise, when really, they're just scared. And it costs them more than they know. Somewhere in the future, there's a version of you looking back, wishing you had started today. Regret is rarely loud. It's quiet, heavy. It settles into your bones slowly. You carry it in your silence, your should-haves, your invisible what-ifs. And by the time you realize you were always capable, life has already moved on. The truth is this: you don't find the right time. You choose it. Or you don't. Across cultures, regret carries the same weight. Regret not of action, but of inaction. A 2018 study by Cornell psychologist Thomas Gilovich found that, over time, people regret their inactions more than their mistakes. It's not what they tried and failed to do. It's what they never dared to begin. In Japan, there's a word, ikigai, your reason for being. But many die without ever finding it, because they were waiting. In rural parts of India, elders speak of samai ka bharosa mat karo. Don't trust time, because they've seen how quickly youth turns into memory. In Western culture, especially in the US, people chase success, but often confess in old age that they never pursued what truly mattered: relationships, creativity, truth. There's a quiet global agreement. We wait, thinking life will give us a clearer sign, but it doesn't. Bronnie Ware, a palliative nurse in Australia, recorded the top regrets of the dying. The most common? I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. It doesn't matter the country or language. The pattern is clear. Waiting feels safe until time runs out. The core truth? Time doesn't give permission. You do. There was once a man named Daniel who always dreamed of opening a small bakery. Ever since he was a child, he loved the smell of warm bread, the sound of dough being kneaded, the quiet rhythm of mornings before the city woke. But every time he thought about starting, he told himself the same thing: not yet. When he was 25, he said, "I'll start when I have enough money." When he was 30, it became, "I'll start when my job is stable." At 40, he told himself, "I'll start when my children are grown." And by 50, he quietly whispered, "Maybe someday." The years slipped by like sand through open fingers. His job paid the bills but never fed his heart. Every time he walked past a bakery, the smell of fresh bread reminded him of the life he hadn't lived. He smiled for his family, but inside, something small and bright was shrinking. One day, his daughter, grown now, asked him, "Dad, why didn't you ever open your bakery?" He laughed softly and said, "I was waiting for the right time." She looked at him for a long moment and replied, "But what if that time was back then?" That night, Daniel couldn't sleep. The truth hit him harder than regret. It wasn't that the right time never came. It was that he never made it. So, at 58, he finally did. He started baking at home, selling a few loaves each week. It wasn't a big shop, no glowing signs or grand openings, but it was his. He often said later, with flour on his hands and a smile on his face, "I should have started when I was scared, not when I was ready." The truth is simple but hard to accept. There will never be a perfect time. Life will always be a little messy, a little uncertain, a little inconvenient. If you wait for the moment when everything feels right, you'll spend your life watching instead of living. The people who grow, create, and change are not the ones who feel ready. They are the ones who start anyway. Action builds readiness. You don't become confident before starting. You become confident because you start. You learn by doing, not by waiting. Every small step, even clumsy and unsure, teaches you more than years of planning ever could. The first attempt may not be perfect, but it opens a door that thinking alone never will. Start with what you have, where you are. Don't wait for ideal conditions. Use your fear as fuel. If something matters to you, move toward it, even in small ways. Write one paragraph. Make one call. Practice for 10 minutes. Speak the truth once instead of swallowing it. The smallest motion forward breaks the spell of hesitation. You'll fail sometimes, of course. But failure is not the end. It's the evidence that you're alive and trying. Regret only comes from silence, not from effort. The person you want to become is built through movement, not waiting. Time is not your enemy. It's your reminder. Every sunrise whispers the same truth. Today is the right time. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin. If there is one truth to carry from all this, it is that waiting is a slow form of forgetting. Each day you hesitate, the distance between who you are and who you could become grows a little wider. But the good news is, it can be closed with a single act of courage. You don't need a plan that reaches the horizon. You just need one step in the right direction, taken today. Change doesn't happen when you feel ready. It begins when you decide that your future deserves your action now. The people who seem fearless are not without doubt. They have simply learned to walk with it. They stopped asking for permission from time and started shaping it with their choices. You are not late. You are not behind. You are standing at the exact edge where transformation begins. The present. Whatever dream has been whispering to you, whatever truth you've been pushing aside, start it now, even quietly. Life expands for those who move toward it. The right time is not a date on the calendar. It's the courage to begin before perfection arrives. So speak the words, take the step, write the page, start the thing. Let your first light shine, even if it flickers. The universe does not reward waiting. It rewards motion, honesty, and heart. Your time is not coming someday. Your time is now.